guys and gals, Never here from Drakewing Gaming, and something about on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Conway, Wolf's Path. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. Okay. Alright. Storm almost makes you look the part of a proper sailor. Almost. I would say that you are a little too, how to put it, pristine. I may have brought too fine a set of attire with me, sir. He turns to the gunwale and runs his hand along the coarse fibers of his sheet secured around a belaying pin. Evidently dissatisfied with the previous sailor's work, he unties the rope and reattaches it with precise care. May I ask why you wish to speak to me, sir? What do you think of our surgeon? Seems pleasant. I always enjoyed it when I had a chance to assist her. He nods. That she is. You certainly could be making worse friends than her. A few years ago, I came upon a book most influential to me. An account by a ship's surgeon, detailing the harsh conditions aboard vessels a century ago. Miserable conditions. It was not uncommon for ships to lack a dedicated surgeon altogether. Whoever could convince the crew that they are the most capable would take on that duty when needed. I can only imagine. She must be a real asset to the crew, sir, judging by how well she handled both Samuel's and Purse's injuries. She is. But, if I may, sir, I still find it difficult to understand why you summoned me. Only now does he let go of the sheet he had secured anew. He appears to struggle with his words more than you've ever seen him before. It takes him a while to respond, clearly searching for the right way to answer. Nothing that concerns you. I think it's about time for me to return to my quarters. Just about to leave, but catches himself halfway and looks back over his shoulder. One more thing. About your future duties. I have deliberated about what would be an appropriate course of action for the future. As you are well aware, we will soon be coming ashore where your service aboard the Conway is meant to come to an end. You swallow. And? I want you to report to me at the end of our stay in the harbor. You, together with the other two, Julian and Wolf. At the end of our stay? Be sure to carry yourself appropriately while we are ashore. The status of this ship should be reflected in the very crew that work her. For the briefest moment, you feel when he wants to say more, but the words never leave his lips. That is all. You may return to the others. You're hesitant to even think of asking further questions, afraid that any of them might change the words he just uttered. But did he just say what you think he just said? Didn't he? You watch as he retreats along the rain-slicked deck, his form blurred by the rain. He turns briefly to watch the group gathered around the Eagle before disappearing into the ship's interior. Following his path, you retrace his words, wanting to make absolutely sure you didn't misinterpret them. You look out at the vast ocean that surrounds you. Coffee time! Despite the midday hour, the view from the ship is still so dark that it feels as if the sun has barely risen. Turning back to the group of sailors, you just can't help but wear a broad grin. It is not a graceful entrance as you rush towards Samuel, who is sitting on the deck planks. With a playful shove, you cause him to lose his footing. You stupid idiot, you did it! Samuel howls as your attack catches him off guard, the shove sending him flat on his back. Ah! Shit, what? What did I do now? I'm staying, Sam. The first mate, he just told me to stay. Regia must have been able to convince him. Only now do you notice Samuel cupping his cheek, a watery spot of blood seeping down through his fur. Oh dear, are you all right? What happened? Your ears stiffen as your voice sounds a little higher than you hoped it would. Why are you bleeding? Yes, I'm fine. This stupid eagle happened. He laughs. Hey, the bugger got him good. Oh, I take it that you didn't manage to do it? What? Is that how little faith you have in me? Look around, fish is gone, isn't it? As per the bet, I successfully fed it. Normally I'd agree, but you got scared, screamed like a little girl, and dropped the fish, which it then gobbled up. That's not what I would constitute as feeding, and I doubt anyone else would. Yes, it does. Where's the fish now, huh? It's in its stomach, isn't it? Technically, yes. But in spite of your best efforts, not because of them. Or would you call it dinner if Bandil dropped a lump of dog's body on the floor for you to lap up? Well, would I be thrilled? No. But dinner is dinner. I'm not just gonna leave it there and walk away. Torres shrugs disarmingly. Sam, you're a lost cause. But I'm going to be more gracious, be the more gracious man here, and against my better judgment, we'll let you have this one. Let's call it a slight tilt in your favor for humoring us. That sounds to me like the words of someone who knows he's clearly lost and is trying to save face. Hey, James. Could you help me out? You do, and pulls Samuel back to his paws when he extends the hand of his that isn't covered in blood. Thank you. Care to explain yourself? Sorry, I wasn't really listening since someone thought it would be a good idea to run me over. The first mate. He changed his mind and I'll be staying with the ship. At least I think so. He said that I should be ready at the end of our stay. You see his lips twitch into a smile. Oh, did he? Sweet. That was a quick turnaround. You must have made quite an impression on him since he made the call. Made a real sailor out of yourself, after all. Hardly. It's much more likely that it was Regia who somehow managed to do it. I was helping her earlier, and the two of them had a rather tense argument about me while I was there. He came storming into the room and wanted to drag me away for a flogging, but she was the one who stopped him. Your mind wanders back to it, as you submerge a little too deeply into the still fresh memory, causing a brief surge of tension to flood your body. He left. She went after him. If it wasn't for her, why? I probably wouldn't be here right now. If there's anyone who would get him to listen, it would be her. So it does sound like her. I have to make sure I thank her properly. Samuel wags his fingers in front of your snout. You better. If I hear that she fought for you, you didn't even have the decency to thank her, and I'll personally see to it that you left behind in Mogador. His eyes narrow a little. He means it. Of course. So, you're sticking around for a while longer then, lad. You nod with a cheeky grin. Mm-hmm. Looks like you're not going to get rid of me quite that easily. I'm glad to hear it. I'm never a fan of people leaving the ship, no matter the reason. Always feels like a loss, you know? Like something went wrong somewhere, and now we're paying the price. Not to even mention the price you'd be paying, of course. He adds quickly, rubbing the length of his jaw absently. Second. Oh, goodness. Oh, a little bit of extra content for y'all right there. Okay. He's planning to just leave you in Mogador. That was the plan, yes. If you can even call it a plan. Just drop me off and leave. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing Mogador, but that would have been a bit too much of a good thing. I guess now I can actually be excited about it again. It's a port. What are you expecting from it? Sure, it's just a port, but it's my first one. The first time I'll be setting foot somewhere that isn't my home, Conrad. Surely you must have been excited about it as well when you entered your first foreign harbor. Just new impressions, hearing the language, finally some other food than the ship's usual fare. Knowing that you're somewhere else. Ah, perhaps. He leans back and looks up along the height of the mast. Tell you the truth, I didn't really have the luxury of thinking like that back then. The Royal Navy has its own set of priorities, far removed from sending us out to enjoy the sights. Certainly back then, when they were desperate to hire fools like me. Maybe things are different now that things have calmed down across the Atlantic. That being said, you know that you can hear their language without leaving the ship, lad. From Aegea? Conrad waves Samuel off. Her too, but not what I mean. Who else, Alden? No. Think someone in the immediate vicinity. Oh, shut up, it's not you. You barely speak English. He just stares at Samuel in disbelief. Not me. Torres here hails from Spain. And you remember, though, right? Specifically, the sun-kissed southern side of the country. You really didn't know he speaks Darija, Sam. Some friend you are. I'm not clairvoyant. He never mentioned it to me. How should I know? Don't oversell you. Don't oversell it, Conrad. I may have picked up a smattering in the past, but I haven't even gone to visit my homeland in years, let alone take the time to speak Darija with someone. You think you can still speak it? He cants his head to the side with a slight shake. As I said, it's been a good long while. You must remember something. You can almost see the heat begin rising through his body as Torres rubs the back of his head. Do I have to? You're putting me on the spot. Let's see. Anna Condor. Shiwa Dialderija. Not too bad, I think. I mean, I wouldn't be able to tell, but I've heard Regia speak it a couple of times, and those noises sounded vaguely like when she speaks it. You try to repeat them as best you can, but end up getting lost after a few syllables. Torres stifles his laugh. Almost. How do you even make that sound? Please don't attempt to imitate me. I'd be obligated to apologize to any native speakers within earshot for what comes out of my beak. I assure you, it sounds much more pleasant when you hear Regia say it. More melodic, I suppose. You don't mind if I leave, do you? Will you manage to wrangle the wild beast without me? Conrad leans back in a hearty laugh. Ha! You're good. Look at it. Must have craved the taste of blood. A craving that only Samuel is able to satisfy. You see Samuel's faint snarl as he reaches up to wipe away the remnants of the crimson stain on his cheek. Now look at it. Calm as a kitten. Next time it hungers, we'll feed you to it. Look at you. You lasted for a while. While you were talking, the Osprey appears to have retreated to the corner of the ship to seek refuge from the storm. You wouldn't quite go so far as to call it calm, but at least it's not screaming at anything that moves anymore. I think Conrad is safe for now. Seems like the storm is abating as well. I doubt we'll need to sacrifice anyone else. Unless someone else wants to volunteer. We could probably borrow another fish from Bandil. Alright, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon or YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!